Hello there. I'm David A. Specht, and I want to be your coach. If there's anything that I have learned in my 30 plus years of leadership and coaching, I have learned that mindset is everything. Join me and my guests as we explore the positives and negatives of that thing between our ears. This is Keep This in Mind. Hello there. Welcome to Keep This in Mind, brought to you by SpechtHealth.com. I am that guy. So, quick story. I was doing some driving yesterday, and I picked up a couple of young men from Jamaica. And they got into my vehicle, and I was taking them on a little ride to their destination. Long story. I'm working on something with regard to that, why I'm driving people around. But back to the story. I could barely understand them. The thick accent, hello, man, you like it, I'm butchering it. But here's the thing. At first, I didn't think they spoke English. And then they started warming up through the course of the drive. And they were asking me about what my life was like. I was trying to connect with them, telling them that I'd been to Jamaica on a cruise. And we kind of did a few things. Well, in the back seat, or the back pocket of the front seat of my vehicle, I have a few copies of my book, Old Dogs, New Tricks, version 2.0, of course. And I start listening. I can hear them behind me. I can't really see them. But I hear one of the young men reading very slowly. And I'm putting the words together, and they sound really familiar. And I realized he had opened up a copy of the book and began reading it out loud in the back seat. And then I heard these words come out of his mouth. That is so true. Right there, in the back seat of my own vehicle, was a person whose life was being impacted by the work that I had done to put what was in here, between my ears, out into the world. At the end of the trip, as I dropped him off, I said, "Gentlemen, I'd like to bless you. Please take that copy of the book with you and give it to others." As I came away with with the sense of satisfaction that somebody actually was reading the book. Let's be honest, putting our thoughts and our words out there can really be a scary endeavor. It also reminded me how important it is that we do that. You may be sitting on some ideas in your head of that you have a story to tell. Whether it's a long story, a short story, facts, figures you've learned, maybe it's a story you want to tell that's completely fictional, but that can benefit somebody's life. But you just don't know where to go or how to get this done. My friends and I have created this community for you. AuthorsWriters365.com. We have taken the principles that I have learned throughout my coaching experience and their coaching experience and put together the things that will work to help you get your story written. And not only written, published. And not only published, but received and embraced and read, because a book that's unopened is nothing more than a paperweight. Authors Writers 365 will provide you a framework to get your book written and published and marketed. It'll provide a community of people, both those who have published books and those who are writing just like you are. And it will provide regular coaching to help you get that thing across the finish line. Again, it takes a community. It takes accountability. It takes a system, a plan that you can follow. If you're watching this, look into the comments for the link. You can see the link at the bottom of your screen. If you're listening to this on the podcast, it will be in the show notes. But I encourage you, go to AuthorsWriters365.com and begin to explore what it could look like for you to share your story and to get it out there. I'm telling you it matters. I'm telling you that there are lives waiting to be impacted by your story. What you've gone through thus far in your life, what you have learned, what relationships you had, what experiences you had are important. They are not in vain. They are something that will move the needle in your life. It will move the needle in somebody else's life. And it will make the world a better place. The world needs you to write your book. The world needs you to tell your story because your story matters. And we want to help you get there. AuthorsWriters365.com. God bless. That is going to do it for this episode of Keep This in Mind. For more, visit davidaspecht.com. Like, follow, and subscribe. Thank you for listening, and remember, applied knowledge is power. God bless.